my name is Teresa Stroish with Smart Girls Way, and today I'm at Startup America's HD Social Lounge for Fall Demo 2011, and today we are so excited we have Reid Hoffman with LinkedIn. So Reid, let's get started. We would love to hear a little bit about your experience with getting started with LinkedIn, and for those startups out there who are just getting moving, tell us the secret.
If there was only one secret, it would be very easy. But what they include is, have a vision that's differentiated. If you can't actually express why it's very different than the other things, the chances are you're just in the pack and it's very, very difficult. Make sure you assemble the best possible early crew around you. The ability to adapt. Sometimes it could just be like your smartest, hardest working friends who are good collaborators. Obviously a skill set is very useful, but you have to adapt constantly, so the best possible crew around you that you can assemble. And then broader than that, the network around you is the business, whether it's investors, advisors, that sort of thing, because it almost always, I have this expression in entrepreneurship, is it takes a network, right? And we have this mythical individual entrepreneur, hero, climbing Everest, but
that's
actually,
not how it works.
It's a team sport.
It is a team sport, you're
Yes.
right. So do you have any tips on that specifically, on how to build that team and how to get those people around you? Where do you go to find them?
Well, once again, it's a long set. Generally, the initial crew is usually best if it's hired through your network, if that can work.
Yep.
Mostly because you want to know a whole bunch of things about people beyond just their CV. Like, sure, they know these skills, but how good are they? How good are they collaborating? Early startups almost always go through a lot of stress. Will they go through stress with you? Will you navigate? Will you pivot? Will that work?
Right. Will they hang out in the trenches with you?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Because all startups have what I call a valley of the shadow moment, which is everyone's going, why did we think this was a good idea?
Whose idea was this?
Yes, right. And so to be able to go through that and succeed is basically almost every startup that succeeded has gone through that.
Yeah,
so you have to go through those.
Absolutely. So speaking of that moment, can you tell us a little bit about some moments you may have had at LinkedIn with a little darkness?
An obvious one is when we launched, we hoped that our initial spreading mechanism would just work. Right, and it didn't. It did to a tiny amount of numbers, and we were looking at our growth curve, and it was like this. I was like, well, if that continues, not only do we not raise more money, we just die.
Right. We don't want that.
Yes, and so I invented something that's now kind of standard, which is what people are most curious about when they got to LinkedIn is, who else do I know who's here? So you could upload your address book and we'd show you who else was here.
Yep.
So you could say, oh, these are some people I already know, let me connect with them and start interacting with them. And that sort of thing, solving those kinds of problems is key through getting these valley of the shadow moments.
Excellent. So what's next for LinkedIn? Is there anything kind of secret that you want to disclose for us?
For a public company, is there anything secret I want to disclose? I think the answer is no.
No, darn it. I was hoping we could get something.
Yes.
So if not that, then how about some advice? Some advice for those entrepreneurs just getting started, thinking about getting started, or ready to pitch?
It's a little bit like the things we've said already, which is have a bold idea, have a good crew around you, and then be also thinking a lot about what is the clear set of hypotheses that you have about why you're contrarian and right to the current market and how that will grow to be big, and then be paying attention to whether or not you're on track for that, right? Whether or not that investment thesis is still right, and if not, change it. One of the things you can do as an entrepreneurial company is you can move much faster, and so use that as an advantage.
So mark where you're going and see if you're getting there on time.
Yes.
Perfect. Excellent.
And always paranoid.
Oh no. Always paranoid.
You have to.
Great. Well, we really appreciate you taking time with us today. Is there anything else that we should know before we let you go today?
It's learn by doing.
Okay.
Don't over plan, think about it, but really get your information by being in motion.
Excellent. Great advice. Thanks so much for taking time with us today.
My pleasure.
All right.
Thank you.
Take care.
Yep.